Now I don't get I smack the you again. You talking like stop. What's wrong with you? Stop. Get your kid. Your son. Yes. Run up there, run the I said. Now I don't get I smack the you again. You talking like stop. What's wrong with you? Stop. Get your kid. Your son. Yes. Run up there, run the I said. Now I don't get I smack the you again. You talking like stop. What's wrong with you? Stop. Get your kid. Your son. Yes. Run up there, run the I said. Now I don't get I smack the you again. You talking like stop. What's wrong with you? Stop. Get your kid. Your son. Yes.
Hey guys, back with another one. Make sure you spam up the comment section with your thoughts of what's going on currently with Dani and queenopp. I know that there is no surprise to me doing a commentary video updating you guys that whether or not this is a storyline and queenopp is making us think that Dani and her are not getting it along. We know from the past they have never gotten along from the time that they have met each other. The last time queenopp was live, just to give you a backstory, she had stated that Dani had took a hammer and hammered her in the head, did some hammer time on her. Okay. I also went on to Dani's IG story, and yesterday I didn't say anything yesterday, but I'm going to wake it up today because in the wee hours of the morning, because my sleep is all over the place, queenopp is posting. And she's still updating from yesterday that I guess her and Dani are at, a quarrel, a lover's quarrel, whatever you want to call it. It seems she's hitting around, one being the sister. Dani's very close with her sister. I don't think that queenopp likes this relationship. And I think that, in my opinion, I really honestly think that I think that's how Dani gets under queenopp's skin, just rubbing it in that she's not, my sister's not going anywhere. You're my girl, but that's still my family, and that should be respected. But it's not with queenopp. So we don't know exactly what they're beefing about, but they're beefing. I'm quite sure that queenopp will eventually get up here and let us know. I want to let you guys know as I'm talking, you guys can read the post. I'm not with the breaking down ebonics. This is a commentary channel, and I don't want to be trying to break down her ebonics and sound like I'm hooked on phonics. So as I talk, you can read the post. But also queenopp, nobody wants Dani but you. I promise you. So, don't think that when you say 304s and this and that and other, which I think she's referring to the sister, but I'm not going to try to decipher it. But like I said before, these are ebonics. But, it is really sickening to know that these two are bringing this to social media so early in the game. It's a new year. You would think they would have a new attitude. If queenopp wanted to keep her light-skinned baby, in the picture, sounding like a colorist, I would think that she would just do the right thing and just be humble until she gets her bank up, like she even says in one of these posts, and just get ghosts, or at least be on your own terms in your own place under your own circumstances with your own money. Right now, you can't say much because you're broke and you're in a situation where you have messed up your housing, abilities because of what you did in the past, living a reckless life. I want to show you something really quickly as well. Dani puts this up on her IG story. I'm fitting to chop off my, ish again, a short ebonics. And then she also shows this as well. One thing for sure, I always got to a couple of dollars. So anyways, she has this money, so this might even explain why 𝗪𝗏 is laying around and not making a bag, which whatever is in front of us, I'm not trying to count it, don't care. It ain't that serious. Danny's the one sharing it with us. You know, 𝗪𝗏 is certainly figuring, you know, that's my daddy, that's my husband to be. So you know, I'm gonna just be 𝗪𝗏, and I'm just gonna wait till maybe that money runs out, and then I'll have to get up here on social media, and then I'll make a bag. That to me is what 𝗪𝗏's thought process is like. Instead of her just going out and getting her own bag. But again, we see how she did Michelle. So that is not unusual to have that thought process of somebody when we know that the reason why she got up every day, the driving factor of her being consistent when she was consistent, was because she was using Shelly as a mule. Now she has to use herself as a mule to get the bag. And it is something that you have to have the willpower to do in order to be consistent when you're using your own self as the content rather than somebody else is more easier. So now she has to put in the real work. And I think that 𝗪𝗏 is not really a go-getter like she makes herself out to be. And I don't think that she really is trying to use her own self as the social media person to make herself pop. You know, she was popping because of what she was doing to Shelly. I also want to say to you too, because I know 𝗪𝗏 does look at my content. Trust and believe, I can tell by how she writes things in IG stories. I don't hold people hostage to the yesterday. You know, I just want you to show us rather than always telling us. You're a talker. And I'm a talker too, as in a commentary channel that I do commentary. But I show action behind what I speak on. And I show people on a consistent basis that I get up here. I might not get the views that I would like, but I know that, you know, with consistency will come what I'm looking for in time. But I'm consistent. 𝗪𝗏, nobody over here is holding you hostage to you yesterday, but you've got to get up and get yourself right. You can't think that trolling social media or robbing your fans and supporters is where it's at and how you're going to get to the bag. You will thank me later, trust and believe, when you get out here and consistently do at least 30 days on YouTube. I challenge you that. And you see how much money you'll make in a month. You'll say, SL wasn't hating on me. That girl over there on that channel wasn't hating on me. She just wanted me to know if I knew better, I would do better. So I'm just hoping that you do better. That's all. Realize it's not about her. You know, it's about the content, and I have to sometimes have to remind myself that, like, I get mad, I might block somebody in the comment section, not realizing your channel is not even all that big. Imagine if you had a channel with 100,000 subscribers or a million. Do you think that they waste their time worrying about what's being said about them in the comment section of a video? Come on, the world is too big. You can't have shallow thinking like the people in the comment section that are disrespecting you. Life goes on, and so should you, is how I look at it. But I'm going to definitely update you guys on this Dani and 𝗪𝗏 situation. I mean, we know that this is definitely not a storyline. We know that they're toxic. We know that they've been fighting since the beginning of this relationship. We know that, you know, relationships that are this toxic, you know, end up in a few things. And I'm not going to name what they are because if you're an adult, you should know. So, you know, it's just unfortunate because, like I said, you know, there's a child that is in the home, you know, and I just don't think that, you know, she should have to be going through this, baby Summer. But, you know, sometimes when people are being selfish and they're only thinking about themselves, these are the situations that children are put in. But I hope that 𝗪𝗏, you know, reminds herself that when you put your child in an environment that is toxic, children are like sponges. They can, and some will, end up history repeating itself. I mean, you got to look at your own self, 𝗪𝗏, and some of the decisions in your thought process and life decisions you've made in your life. It was probably affected by childhood. childhood traumas. So if you traumatize your child right now with this BS, what do you expect the outcome to be later on? So be mindful.